Okay, let's move on. This is a more short one. Paid podcasts. So what will your podcast be about? Podcasts are very popular. They blew up in 2020. What will be different than a paid podcast? It's supposed to be than a free podcast. So what will be the difference between a free and a paid? For example, I can have a free podcast and let's just say I go like 15 to 20 minutes, but maybe my paid podcast is like hour-long workshops. Maybe that's my first entry point. I've considered it to people who want to learn from me, but they actually may not be financially able, or they need to work on their mindset more to get into my course program, my coaching program. So I could start making 20-minute episodes, which I pretty much already do now. But then I can say, here are the 7 steps, but in this free podcast, I'm only giving you 3. If you want all 7 and broken down, kind of like what I'm doing now, you can pay, $10 a month to get that, right? Do you have a free podcast to help you brand your expertise? What have you done already to put yourself out there on current content, on certain content areas and platforms? So what are you already doing? Again, don't just roll out of bed saying, I want to be a podcaster. I am a podcaster. You got to have a plan. You should roll out a podcast for the first time, at least with pre-recorded 4 episodes at minimum. 4. They can drip, but you may want to publish all 3 or 4 at the same time because you want to have people rush to it and download. That does something on the platform. Who is your audience and what platforms will you publish your content? You got to research podcast platforms. Not all of them are created equal. Watch YouTube videos. Okay. Will it be, let's just say if it's paid, will it be a flat rate or a subscription? Will it be you pay $10 and get whatever I upload, or maybe everything is already uploaded, or maybe it's every month you pay $5 or $10 or whatever the rate is? How do you collect feedback? Are you only basing it off of testimonials, or do you want them to get in your DM? Do you want them to fill out a form? Where's the form? Is it on your website? Do people know your brand and who you are? If somebody's going to pay for something, I don't care if the product is $5. People are not going to pay $5 unless they feel like it's going to benefit them. Okay. How will you market the podcast? What category will your podcast be in? Your podcast can be in business, career, courses, health, how to. You have to know how you want to show up because you're going to be in comparison. If you do personal development, you comparing with Tony Robbins, Les Brown, and a whole lot of other people who got billions of people following them. I'm not saying don't put yourself in that category, but if you're trying to reach number 1, you have to be very clear about who you're going up against, but you still publish it. Can you go on other people's podcasts to tell people about your podcast if they let you? So I don't have this an open podcast where somebody can email me and say, I want to be on it. Please do not spam people. I kid you not. I get podcast requests all day long, a few times a month. And people are saying things that don't even align with my audience. And I'm thinking to myself, did you even listen to the name of the podcast? Did you even listen to any of my podcasts? You're talking about stuff that I don't even talk about. Why are you spamming me? Some people will email me 3 or 4 times saying, pretty much they want to pitch their product to my audience. So you mean I don't know you, we don't have a relationship, and you want to use my audience to pitch your product? That's a thirst trap. I don't do that.